Some fighters over history have just had the stuff to beat fighters who were considered better. Ken Norton gave Ali trouble. Iran Barkley gave Tommy Hearns trouble. Junior Jones beat Barrera twice. You wonder if Vernon Forrest is going to be that for Shane Mosley.
I've heard that theory.
Neither fighter's that wet. They look like they've been sweating it all, so it may take a moment or two before something good happens. It's not like one is sweating and the other is not.
No, they're both dry. Good point, George. Let's see if Vernon Forrest can keep Mosley at the end of his longer punches.
The one thing about Forrest, he's got to beat Shane Mosley with something that's not obvious. The height and reach, you can't take that against a guy like Mosley. You got to do something unseen that they haven't prepared for in the gym. Using your left jab and countering all of that. This guy's like the mongoose, Shane Mosley.
Shane believes that Vernon's longer arms and longer punches will work against him because they'll take longer to get to the target and give him, Mosley, a chance to step inside and counter.
Mosley like to start off little jab, hard hooks to make you protect yourself so he can go on and operate on you. He hasn't landed the left hook yet.
Forrest throws his right hand over the top the way a heavyweight does. But he hasn't been a big power puncher as a pro. Trying to get to Mosley's body with the left hand there. Shane blocking the left hook with his right hand.
A guy like Shane Mosley has been in the gym sparring with heavyweights, light heavyweight all his life. You can't overpower him. You just got to do something he hasn't been done to him before. He's accustomed to bigger guys. He's always been the smaller fella.
Forrest beginning to warm up. Sticking his jab, not really landing it all that often yet, but making Shane conscious of the long stick.
Both guys are going to do a lot of missing because they're not wet. It hasn't built up a sweat at all.
Mosley lands a little left hook inside and knocks Forrest back. Then you see the amazing hand speed of Shane Mosley as one of those fluid five-punch combinations just bursts out of his arsenal.
Step back, no. Don't punch on the break.
Remember, Shane Mosley is not into his fight until he's got in that lead left hook. Till then, he's just dealing with the edges around.
Saw Mosley having to launch upward there at the taller Forrest.
Good right hand, lead right hand by Forrest.
Don't punch, don't punch.
Able to get it to the target there. And round one comes to a close. The fighters beginning to sweat. Meanwhile, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, two undisputed champions appearing from two separate locations next Saturday night. Jones will be fighting in Miami against Glenn Kelly, and Hopkins will be fighting against Carl Daniels in Reading, Pennsylvania. The undisputed light heavyweight championship and the undisputed middleweight championship, both on the line.
But you didn't fall for that. I seen that. Okay, but continue to use your jab, set him up with that right hand. All right, when you work inside again, continue to go to the body when you get inside. I think the right hand, when you hit him, send a message to him that he's going to really have to be careful.
Yeah, I did. Use your feints, relax. Look, go with the double jab and shoot the right hand down on the body. Let's see what's happening right there, right now.
The key is stand behind your jab, champ, and keep the distance.
This guy's not going to run in on you, not early.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Forrest, by far the busier fighter, throwing 60 punches, but landing only 7. Mosley, 15 out of 36, and that big right hand that knocked Forrest back was the most effective punch of the first round.
Forrest got to understand you can't be in front of Mosley and not do something. Moving your shoulders, head, or throwing punches.
And Shane Mosley complains of a headbutt, and there's blood on the forehead of Mosley.
You're cut.
Mosley is cut at the hairline.
Accidental headbutt. Accidental headbutt.
That's what
on
happened.
Shane, but he's okay.
That's what
Box,
happened
come on.
when
You're cut on the top of your head. On the top.
Forrest fought Raul Frank. He comes in head first. This is the first time we've seen Mosley with blood. Doesn't appear to be dangerous yet.
Cut is not in a bad place at all. Won't bother his vision because there will not be any swelling around his eye.
Quick little left hook inside by Mosley. Forrest looping that right hand over the top. Mosley getting a little bit more of the initiative here in round 2. Momentarily switches southpaw, then comes back, gets hit by a big right hand. Vernon Forrest blocks Shane Mosley with a right hand lead over the top and hits him again. And Mosley is in huge trouble. Huge trouble. Shane Mosley's never been down in his career. Vernon Forrest caught him perfectly with the right hand.
There's a minute left to go.
Will have to use all his professionalism to try to get out of this crisis.
He has never had to deal with this kind of adversity in a professional prize fight.
And he doesn't have legs right now.
That's why I don't like calling these guys pound for pound anything until you've said the whole story, adversity.
Well, but they, you know, if he loses, then he's not the pound for pound.
If he's dealing with this adversity right, comes back, then I'll call him pound for pound.
Mosley still without any legs.
Knockdown, knockdown.
And now Smoker's going to call that a knockdown. Second knockdown of the round.
4, 5.
Mosley still in serious trouble, but the bell is going to save him in round 2.
And he goes to the wrong corner. Shane Mosley in serious trouble.
Excuse me, Chief.
Move your head, Shane. Okay?
Shane, look up at me. You doing all right? You got popped a few times. You doing okay? I got the blood line, okay?
The headbutt, yeah. But Shane, you got to hold your hands up. Okay? Hold your hands up. Next round, move around the ring. Do you move?
Yeah, move.
When he gets close, you got to grab him.
Give him some more.
You got to grab him. You got to come through this here.
Now Shane Mosley calls the long right hand of Vernon Forrest the woo punch because everybody goes woo, but it usually misses. This time everybody went woo because it connected. And they're in trouble. Vernon Forrest seeing an opportunity to make the kind of statement against Mosley that Mosley made against De La Hoya.